Hey you fellas, my name is Crystal and I'm here to talk about some stuff that I don't like. And you may be wondering, for today's video, why do you sound so weird and why do you sound so raspy? Wow, I'm glad you never asked. Well, I'm not feeling very good right now and I haven't been feeling good for the past couple months. I've been having like stomach issues, nausea issues, I've been having anxiety issues, all this kind of stuff that I generally don't want to get super into. You know what would make me feel so much better right now? Watching some shitty cartoons, of course. And today, we're going to be watching some Storytime channels. Storytime channels is something that I've been wanting to talk about in general for a long time, because these are fucking insane. These get absolutely wacky and goofy, and they're crazy. I mean, look at some of these thumbnails. These thumbnails are insane. They're absolutely insane. I don't have a ton of notes written here. Well, I mean, I have like a couple. So this is gonna be a completely off the rails video. That's right, we're going off the rails. We're going absolutely crazy today. We don't got no notes. We don't got nothing. We don't even have a Word doc. We don't have a Google doc. We don't have a document for my all these channels typically stem from the same general company, and if you ever heard of this channel called 5 Minute Crafts or like Brightside or whatever, they own a company and they also own some of these story channels. And I want to take a look at these because these are crazy. They are very obviously fake. The thumbnails look ugly, but like some of these titles are just so funny. Like, my boyfriend can't know other women exist. Like, what does that even mean? Why? My family hates my family hates me, so I made them poor. Jesus Christ, dude. My family just doesn't like me, so I made them financially unable to sustain themselves. Yeah, so we're gonna be watching some of these videos, and first up, we're gonna be watching My Boyfriend Can't Know Other Women Exist.
Some say I leave a trail of chaos behind wherever I go, but it's not true. Not for everyone. Fine, maybe some girls trip, spill coffee on themselves, or end up with a bowl of soup on their heads.
Okay, I really would need to point out this animation is very bad. The animation looks like it's made with Go Animate. This animation is just abysmal, dude. This animation is like, everybody looks like a WikiHow character, and it's so bad. Everything looks like it's just slapped on there, like a PNG was just slapped on there and expanded for like effect or whatever. This is bad. This is not good.
But if they didn't want that to happen, they wouldn't flirt with my boyfriend. If you want more insane stories like this one, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. Dating Flynn was—
Oh, so you're flat out admitting that it's not yours. What a fucking surprise. They literally said subscribe to our channel, which is implying that they very clearly made it up, but they marketed it like it's supposed to be true, which is just so not great.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to keep girls away from your boyfriend when he's so handsome and charming and funny and smart? Every girl around him became obsessed within minutes. I could tell by the look in their eyes. Even his family's obsessed with him. His mom texted him every single day like a psycho. I eavesdropped—
How is that psychopath? How is that being psycho? You got some very weird standards if you think that's fucking psycho. I bet she thinks when she gets a text from like her mom or like grandparents or something, she's all like, why the fuck are you texting me? Do you like me or something? Dude, that's weird. You're weird, man. What the hell? That's very obviously a joke, but I mean, come on. There's no way that's fucking psychopathic.
talked. Was she trying to introduce him to someone else? I always felt she was against our relationship.
Oh, you look so pretty in this dress,
said her mouth, but her eyes said the opposite. I hated going to visit Flynn's family. It was all hugs and kisses and questions. They kept asking—
how is that bad? If they're giving you as much love and attention, then that's good, right? I mean, I've been in a relationship for like 3 years, and my girlfriend's parents have always been very hospitable. I mean, that must make them psychopaths too. I mean, what the fuck? That's insane. They can't be doing that. What the hell? No one thinks when they go to someone's house and they're really hospitable, they're all like, dude, I fucking hate it. Why are you guys so hospitable? I want you guys to be assholes to me. I want you guys to be absolute dicks to me. I want you guys to put me down and make me feel like shit. What the fuck is wrong?
Or if we were planning on having kids. They just wanted me to hesitate so they could tell Flynn I wasn't serious about him. I could tell. Everyone was out to get me. That's exactly why I almost dropped the plates I was holding when I eavesdropped on Flynn talking to his mom before our anniversary.
There's no fucking reason to overreact when he's talking to his fucking mom. What do you think, his mom and him are gonna get together? I mean,
Are
maybe.
you sure the house will be ready for Thursday?
He asked. In less than a second, I was putting the pieces together. Let's see. Our 2-year anniversary was on Thursday. The house is what he calls his childhood home. Something was missing, I thought, and said,
She's gonna love it.
bingo. She had to be me. First, I picked a really romantic movie about a couple taking a trip to watch that night. Why can't you be romantic like that?
Okay, so you two have been together for years, and she's been bickering and complaining this entire. She's been bickering and complaining for 2 fucking minutes at this point. Maybe if she's bickering and complaining this much, maybe you two should just call it off. If you're literally just complaining this much, then maybe this should just maybe you should talk it out and then maybe call it off. Now, I've been with my girlfriend for like 3 years, and we've obviously had our issues. I mean, after 3 years, you're obviously going to have some issues. You're going to get into arguments. Yeah, that stuff's going to happen. That doesn't mean that we don't love each other. That doesn't mean that we don't like each other. In the end, we still like care, and we talk about these issues like grown adults, because that's what we are. We're mostly grown adults. But like, if you're just gonna bicker and complain and not talk about it, maybe it's you.
I asked him. I knew he was competitive, so that would get him going. Then I started leaving brochures for couples retreats all over our apartment, and Flynn started getting nervous. It was raining badly. Flynn kept drumming his fingers on the car door and scratching the back of his neck. I turned towards him and caressed the side of his face to calm him down.
That animation sucked. That animation fucking sucked. What the hell? That was terrible. It's okay, but it's gonna be okay. What if I did that to my girlfriend? I should try and do that to my girlfriend.
He gave me a little smile, but it faded and his face was lit up by headlights ahead. I managed to swerve right before we collided with a huge truck barreling towards us. The car bounced off the highway. Everything around me was spinning until the car crashed into a tree and we stopped. I turned to face Flynn immediately. My heart sank when I saw that he was unconscious, but he seemed fine aside from the ping pong ball-sized bump on his...
Yeah, he's dead, dude. He might be dead. He might be dead. Alright, story's over, dude. Video's over. He's dead. Thank God. I fucking hate these channels.
car and ran over to his side. I managed to pull him out of the car and set him down on the grass. My poor, handsome angel. He was out cold. There was nobody around for miles. But in the darkness, I could see the outline of a building.
Dude, you're a fucking idiot. If you see a dark place, don't go in there, because I guarantee it's going to be like a creepy meth addict in there, and they're gonna fuck you up, dude. They're gonna fuck you over.
I managed to throw Flynn's limp body on my back and dragged him towards the building. I realized it was a huge barn. The doors were slightly open, so I pushed them and threw Flynn on a stack of hay. There were sacks of animal feed every little further away from where I left him, looking at me with curious eyes. I leapt towards him and threw my arms around his neck. Sweetie, you're okay. I was so worried.
I'm gonna call it right now. He developed dementia from that. Type in the comments what you think, but honestly, I think that he developed dementia from this. So, yeah, these stories are just too predictable. I swear to God.
I said, touching the spot where the bump was almost gone. Flynn's eyes widened, and he looked really confused.
Who are you?
Yep, I fucking called it. All these channels are all the fucking same. They all follow the same format. They're so predictable. God fucking damn. If you're gonna make a story, at least make it interesting and at least make it somewhat fucking bearable. Dude, none of this would ever happen in real life. This would not happen. Alright, well that's one video from the channel called Storytime Animated, who has 2.35 million subscribers, which is just absolutely fucking nuts. Who is subscribing to these channels? What kind of people are subscribing to this shit? This stuff sucks. Now, if you literally search up on YouTube animated stories, you will get a bunch of these animated story channels, which are all essentially the same. Like MSA, previously My Story Animated, they have almost 10 million subscribers, and they've been around since the fucking beginning of time. 2019, obviously the beginning of time. And their videos get millions and millions of views every video, which makes me think, one, who is watching this shit? And two, how? None of these are real. None of these are true. All of these are fake. All of these suck. All of these thumbnails are ugly. None of these look interesting. Mom is fake. That's it. Just mom is fake. Yeah, so I guess we'll watch one video. Mom looks like a 10-year-old.
Hi, I'm Tulip, and I live with my mom and twin sister Jasmine. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. My dad has
They always do that for these channels. Like, okay, before we even like get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for the video. I don't think the person telling the story should be subject to that. Or maybe they should. You know what? I personally don't think it's right to subject them to that. Like, they're in the studio and they have to ask a person, oh, by the way, can you say like and subscribe? I think that'd be really cool and interesting and neato. So yeah, can you do that? Thank you. Thank you very much.
always worked abroad. So growing up, we would only see him once every 2 years. If cameras hadn't been invented, I would have forgotten what he looks like. Growing up, I was a really naughty kid, but Jasmine was my mom's dream child. She'd always have perfect grades and perfect manners, and mom just adored her.
And you know what? This is the first time that something generally normal is like, this is just generally normal. Like, the perfect kid is actually real. I mean, one of my siblings is the perfect child. At least I like to think. I think probably my older brother, both my brothers. I'm the middle child in my family, so I get no fucking attention.
But she found fault with everything I did and kept comparing me to stupid Jasmine. Like, once in 5th grade, our mean old English teacher walked in and hit the desk loudly with her stick. Quiet! Take out your notebooks and start writing a letter to your mom. But I just put my legs on the desk and replied, Miss, why would I write a letter to my mom when I already live with her? And then I burped loudly. The whole class burst out laughing. And of course, the teacher wasn't amused.
Naturally, I mean, dude, you're disrupting the class in their eyes. You're disrupting them. You're disobeying them. I mean, obviously. Yeah, so far so good. This seems generally normal, but I'm sure that will take a turn. I'm sure that will absolutely take a fucking turn soon.
I was immediately sent to the principal and mom was called in. Even a gorilla has better manners. Please, teach her to act like a lady. As we left school, Jasmine smirked at me while mom screamed, Tulip, is this what I've taught you? Were you born to embarrass me? Why can't you be more like Jasmine? On Sunday, we received a letter from Dad, and Mom looked super excited. Jasmine and I started snatching it from each other because we both wanted to read it first, and it got torn to pieces. Mom scolded us a lot. She glued it back and then read it out loud. I am not coming back. I found my true love.
Holy shit. Oh my god, what a fucking turn. Oh, Jesus Christ. And yeah, you may notice in this particular video, I did skip a little bit, and it's because absolutely nothing fucking cool happens. Absolutely nothing interesting happens. It's just general stuff that, you know, just not that interesting.
Please don't wait for me. Wait, what? Jasmine and I stared at each other as mom turned paper white. She felt dizzy and crashed straight to the floor, hitting her head. We called an ambulance and took her to the hospital immediately. She was conscious soon, but then... And now, she had the mind of a 5-year-old. Mom was now practically a baby.
I said it earlier, this stuff was gonna take a turn, man. I fucking said it earlier. I knew it. I knew it. This stuff is so predictable. They're all the fucking same.
Really fussy. So the next day, we took her to a restaurant to cheer her up. When the waitress said we'd get our food in 20 minutes, Mom looked furious. She started banging her spoon on the table and shouting, I want food now. 2, 3, by the time we got to 10, thankfully our food arrived. I realized then how serious Mom's condition was, and I just had to grow up and take care of her the best I could. Jasmine took no interest in Mom, but I would drop her when I went to school and pick her up on my way back. I started searching for stuff about Mom's illness.
I mean, I didn't want to mention it earlier, but I think I have to mention it now. Why the fuck the anime art style? I guess it's because it's more mainstream and appeals to more a mainstream audience, and I will admit there are some points where it's kind of nice looking, but that's not very often. There's very rare points, and this, you're just going full fucking VTuber at this point. I mean, what the fuck?
Possible cure was a head surgery that was super expensive. I vowed that I would work really hard so I could afford it for Mom one day. I started focusing on my studies, and within weeks, my grades were the highest in class, and all my teachers were praising me. This clearly made Jasmine jealous, because soon after I found her in the cafeteria with my biggest rival, Eva. Follow me to school, okay? You have to wait for me. Come now, let's go home. As I took her hand and let her out, I stopped by Jasmine and gave her a kick that made her howl with pain.
Alright, yeah, obviously you notice there's a bit more skipping here. Some relatively interesting stuff happens, but yeah, some of the pacing in this is just really weird and not great. For being like one of these shitty animated fake story channels, it's kind of entertaining. Maybe it's just because I generally like anime and like the anime art style, and I kind of enjoy the sound effects. I kind of enjoy the stupid wackiness of the story, and you know, maybe it is a little bit entertaining. It doesn't really excuse the fact that it's still a company channel and it's owned by several other channels such as Brightside, 5 Minute Crafts, and all the subcategories. Out of the other story animated channel, this is definitely better. You know, it's obviously fake, but there are points where it is kind of entertaining. Overall, story animated channels are pretty weird and pretty goofy, and maybe even kind of entertaining at some points. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and in terms of the upload schedule, I've just been struggling a lot with recording and editing software and all that kind of stuff, and it's just been shitty, but I'll get back right into it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You know what to do. All right, and I'll see you guys later.